Ever wondered why life tends to throw lemons when you're least expecting it? It's as if the universe has a peculiar sense of humor, always ready to toss a curveball your way, just when you thought you were safe. It's like being in the middle of a peaceful picnic and, out of nowhere, a sneaky squirrel comes along, snatches your sandwich and scurries off. Unpredictable, isn't it? Now, we've all had our share of these metaphorical squirrels and surprise lemons. They're a part of life's rich tapestry, woven with threads of joy, sorrow, triumphs, and trials. And while we can't control when these hard times might hit us, we can certainly learn to embrace them, to extract the juice from those lemons, if you will. Because believe it or not, there's a certain charm in navigating these rocky roads. They make the journey interesting, don't they? So folks, buckle up as we navigate the rocky roads of life. Once upon a time, in a small town down south, there lived two farmers, Jim and Bob. Now, Jim and Bob were as different as night and day, especially when it came to facing life's challenges. Their story begins when a severe drought hit their town. The fields were parched, the crops withered, and the rivers ran as dry as a Prohibition-era tavern. But Jim, ever the optimist, saw this not as a disaster, but as an opportunity. He said, "Well, if the rain won't come to Jim, Jim will go to the rain." So Jim put on his thinking cap and got to work. He researched new farming techniques, read up on drought-resistant crops, and even invested in an irrigation system that conserved water. He worked day and night, tending to his fields with the dedication of a mother hen to her chicks. On the other hand, we had Bob. Now Bob was a pessimist of the highest order. If he found a four-leaf clover, he'd probably think he'd used up his luck for the year, so when the drought hit, Bob just sat on his porch, moaned about his misfortune, and watched his fields wither away. As the days turned into weeks and weeks into months, the difference between Jim and Bob's farms became as clear as crystal. While Jim's fields started to bloom with hardy, drought-resistant crops, Bob's fields remained barren and lifeless. In the end, the drought didn't just affect their crops, it also revealed their true characters. Jim, with his can-do attitude and resourcefulness, turned a crisis into an opportunity. He showed us that when life gives you lemons, you don't just make lemonade. You plant the seeds, grow a lemon tree, and start a lemonade stand. Meanwhile, Bob, with his do-nothing approach, ended up with nothing. He's a reminder that sitting around and complaining about the rain won't make the crops grow. When life gave them a drought, Jim made lemonade, while Bob just got sour. So, what's the secret sauce to embracing hard times, you ask? Well, I'm glad you did. You see, it's all about attitude, perspective, and a little bit of grit. Let's take a gander back at our farmers from the previous scene, Jim and Bob. Jim, our ever-optimistic farmer, didn't let the storm get the best of him. He saw it as an opportunity to grow stronger crops and learn new farming techniques. Bob, on the other hand, well, he was as sour as a green apple on a summer day. He saw the storm as a curse rather than a blessing. Now you may be thinking, well, that's all well and good for a farmer, but I don't grow crops, I grow stress pimples. And to that I say, we all have our own storms, don't we? Whether it's a literal storm ruining your crops or a metaphorical storm causing havoc in your life, the key is how you respond. Embrace the storm. Don't run from it. Don't hide from it. Don't curse it. Embrace it. It's in these hard times that we learn the most about ourselves. The storm, you see, is an opportunity for growth, for learning, for becoming stronger. When life throws you a curveball, don't duck and hide. Swing at it with all your might. You might miss, sure, but at least you're playing the game, not watching from the sidelines. Take proactive steps to overcome your challenges. Learn from them, grow from them, and most importantly, keep a positive mindset. A negative mind will never give you a positive life. And remember, every cloud has a silver lining, even the stormiest of clouds. Sometimes that silver lining is hard to see, but it's there. You just have to look for it. So next time you find yourself in the midst of a storm, remember our farmers. Be like Jim, not like Bob. Embrace the storm, learn from it, grow from it, and come out stronger on the other side. Remember, folks, in the face of adversity, be more like Jim and less like Bob. So, let's sum up what we've learned today. Life, my friends, is a lot like a roller coaster. It's got its ups, its downs, and sometimes it even throws you for a loop. But just like a roller coaster, the hard times are what make the ride worthwhile. And just as you wouldn't want a roller coaster ride to be all straight lines and smooth sailing, you wouldn't want your life to be devoid of challenges either. Remember, it's during these hard times that you grow the most. Each challenge, each setback is an opportunity for you to learn, to adapt, and to come out stronger on the other side. So instead of fearing the hard times, embrace them. Welcome them with open arms, knowing that they are the stepping stones on your path to growth. But embracing the hard times doesn't mean sitting back and letting life happen to you. Oh no, my friends, it means taking the reins and steering your life in the direction you want it to go. It means maintaining a positive mindset, even when things look bleak. It means taking proactive steps to improve your situation, even when it feels like you're climbing uphill. And above all, it means making the best of what you've got. Remember the story of the two farmers? One saw a drought as a disaster, the other saw it as an opportunity to innovate and improve his farming techniques. So, when life hands you lemons, don't just make lemonade. Make the best darn lemonade you've ever tasted. Add a dash of resilience, a sprinkle of perseverance, and a whole lot of positivity. Stir it up with determination, and there you have it, your recipe for embracing hard times. So next time life decides to throw a lemon party, remember to bring the sugar and water. Until next time, keep embracing those hard times.